Check Sean G out, man. We live. Check me out. Make sure you share this video. Hurry up. Share it now. Share it now. We live from Manhattan, y'all. Live from New York. Jamil. All right, so look. Make sure you share this video. Make sure you share this video. Shout out to Puff. Shout out to Puff. Send this video to Puffy. Shout out to Puff. Shout out to Puff. Share this video. I couldn't make it to the trial yesterday. Share this video. Share this video. A Southern District of New York judge on a Mann Act charge. Why did Cassie not show up here at the court and address the court herself? Why? Why not? Check Sean G out. Check Sean G out. Why didn't Jane Doe, if she was such a victim and she felt so she needed vindication, if Cassie needed vindication, why did not Cassie and Jane Doe show up and represent themselves at the sentencing and ask for more time for Puff? Why did the judge feel the need to do that? Check Sean G out. Check me out. Check my gear out. Look at my gear. Look at my gear. I got the dope gear on. I got the dope gear on. The abs is locked in. The abs is locked in too. A Southern District of New York judge gave a first offender, a man who was acquitted of 3 very serious charges, which would have landed him life in prison. A jury acquitted him of those charges. And he was left with 2 charges, Mann Act charges or prostitution, which are considered misdemeanors in state cases. Some states don't even prosecute them. And gave the first offender, first offense, no criminal history, no infractions at MDC Brooklyn, already served 12 and a half months, denied bail, yet still on very weak Mann Act prostitution charges, gave him an upward departure of 9 levels, enhanced him 9 levels, and did an upward departure, going against what he asked for. His word, Judge Submarinian, you lied, Judge Submarinian. Your word is some shit. You a liar. Because in your order dated July the 9th, 2025, you asked for USC 18-2421, criminal history category 1, sentencing guideline range 2G1.1 subsection 1, subsection A, which is a base offense level of 14. You asked for that. If you wanted to add the coercion, which according to Mark Agnifilo, you mentioned 7, 8, 9, 10 times in your little soliloquy, it should have been enhanced in your letter to a USC 182422 with the enhancement for the coercion. But you didn't ask for that. You went against your own word. You went against your own word. You went against your own word. Never before in the history, well, let me not say that. Let me not get into saying things I have no proof. But it is an aberration. It's a standard deviation. 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 standard deviation for a judge to do an upward departure 9 levels on a first offender with a criminal history category of 0. I'm just telling you what it is. And I got the transcript. I got the transcript at the crib. I ain't read it yet. I have another business where I do New York City tours. If you come into New York and you want to do a tour, you want to go to the Bronx, you want to go up to Harlem, or you want to go to Jersey, or you want to go to Brooklyn, or Staten Island over there, or Queens way over there, you call me, I'll pick you up from the airport, show you around, and then whatever, but you got to pay me. So yesterday, I had a 15-member family from Mississippi come in, and I had to pick them up and show them around. That's why I wasn't down here yesterday. Now, check Sean G out. Look at this girl right here. Y'all gotta watch out. Check Sean G out. See her? Hold up.
Try and get at the heart of the judge. When his children were younger, I mean, he showed video of him in the marathon I used to run, and I don't know how one could even do something like that without submission in his letter saying this is the first time that he's been sober
see this,
for over
see this
25
girl
years.
right here?
Kevin, I couldn't help but wonder which moments in the video was he maybe not using drugs, or at some point,
you see this girl right here?
His own letter, his own admission that most of this time when his children were younger, I mean, he showed video of him in the marathon.
During the trial, when I was down here chilling, she did an interview with Mark Agnifilo. I never will forget it. Well, I was doing some content right over there by the front door. This girl right here, check me out. Let me show it to you. This one right here. There she go. Her. You see her? She came. I was chilling over there. I was clean. I had my fly gear on. She came over there like this. She was filming me. Yo, word is born. She was filming me like this. She was filming me. Then she took some pictures of me. Didn't speak to me, didn't say nothing. So I'm like, damn, why is she filming me? Did I have a conversation with her? I think we exchanged Instagrams. But none of the footage that she shot of me did she ever post. None of it. A day or two later, 2 or 3 days later, they tried to kick me out the courtroom. They tried to kick me out the courtroom. They tried to kick me out the courtroom. Yes, they did. They tried to kick the guard out the courtroom. It was up some other black girls from NBC, ABC. She from CBS. Tisa tells. They was against me. They was against me. Because I was down with Puff. Her. Don't never believe nothing she say. She is anti-Puff. She got 3 big bumps on her face. Go look at the video. She got 3 big bumps on her face. She was filming me and tried to get me kicked out the courtroom. She down with Gayle King and the CBS Good Morning Show or whatever. They hate Puff. They hate Puff. They hate Puff. They hate Puff. But anyway, a Southern District of New York judge first of all, Department of Justice, the federal government, their policy is before you bring a Mann Act case against the person, you have to go to this special department, some kind of litigation, nothing, and then you have to get the stamp of approval, boom, from them to even prosecute it, number one, and then it has to be a it has to be a situation where there's infrastructure, where the motive for the Mann Act, the prostitution, is to make financial gain. You have to be making money. And it clearly states in that DOJ manual that cases that are of non-commercial status, we are not interested in. Leave that to the state courts, to the city courts. And even my man who used to be the DA in Manhattan, Vance, he said, yo, we don't even prosecute prostitution and what people do in their bedrooms. We don't even do that. I got limited resources for other things, and we definitely not doing that. Shout out to Tenny Garagos, Nicole Westmoreland, Brian Steele, Anna Esteveo, Xavier Donaldson, Alexander Shapiro, Mark Agnifilo, Brian Steele, Jason Driscoll. Shout out to them. They did a great job. Now, 2 weeks ago on Long Island, a cop, a Long Island police officer, was busted, pled guilty to running a prostitution ring where they had a location, multiple women paying him and his crew, paying them $6,000 to $12,000 a month to sell kitty cat at a location. He was a cop. He got busted, and the judge, a state judge, sentenced him to 12 months in prison. Months. Cassie was a willing participant. Cassie stole Puffy's phone at the Intercontinental Hotel when he whooped her ass. She stole his phone and ran out the room because they showed the whole video in court, and Tenny Garagos went over this in detail because the video is more than just a 13-second loop. It's about a 6-minute video. And in the video, they sit down, they talking, Puff and Cassie are talking, you understand? She tried to steal his phone. They did that, right? She was wrong for that. Cassie was wrong for fucking with his phone. You understand? Got her ass whooped, right? Now, later on that night, let's put that whole video, that whole Intercontinental situation into context. After Cassie dipped, when the 5-0 come, when the security card joint come, right? Cassie dipped, Puffy is texting her back to back, baby, please call me, baby, please call me. About 7, 8 times. They put the joint on the screen in the court. Cassie calls him. That same day of the incident where Puffy assaulted Cassie, Cassie, under her own volition, under her own choice, goes by Puffy's crib that night, and her and Puff go together to Cassie's movie premiere. She ain't got no black eyes, no busted lip, nothing, because they showed the pictures at the movie premiere. Showed the pictures. They showed the pictures up there. Showed the pictures. They got back together the same night. They got back together the same night. There was another case in the Western District of New York. Check Sean G out. Check me out. Look at how I look though. Look at how this sun look good on me. Look at it, look at these abs. You got abs like that? You ain't got no abs like that. A judge and a cop got involved in hiring women. Tills, the case is Tills, Trolley, and Steinbeck. 3 people. They was buying kitty cat from women, and they belonged to a group, probably some other cops, some other judges, called the Jesters. The judge and the cop and this other dude, Steinbeck, they hiring these women to come and have sex with their group of men on a regular basis. They get busted. They get busted. They get busted. Come to find out that these women that they are hiring are being sex trafficked. Check me out. Check me out. Check Sean G out. Check me out. They get busted. They plead guilty. They plead guilty. I think one of them plead guilty right off the bat. I forget how it go, but I got the paperwork at the crib. Guaranteed I got it. Long story short, when they get busted, all 3 of them get bail. Pre-sentencing. Before they go for sentence, they get bail. After they plead guilty, the one cop, he gets sentenced to 6 months probation or 6 months something, and then the judge joint, he gets 18 months in prison. After he's sentenced, he's allowed to remain free on bond. Same thing with the 5-0. The 5-0 was free on bond, the judge is free on bond. They were charged with Mann Act, but their Mann Act had a sex trafficking underpinning, supporting the conviction. Puffy didn't have no sex trafficking joint, didn't get no bail, and then the judge got 18 months. 18 months. The cop got 6 months. The other dude, I don't even know what he got. He didn't even get nothing. He didn't even get nothing. He didn't even get nothing. He ain't even get nothing. Judge Submaranian violated the Constitution of the United States. He violated Amendment 826 because he went and he grabbed acquitted conduct and used it to support his justification for enhancing Puff, a first offender. enhancing the defendant 9 levels on an upward departure on a first offender on a Mann Act case that involved no making of money, no sex trafficking, no violence, no fraud, no force, no coercion, no arson, no bribery, what else? No distribution of drugs. None of that. Puffy didn't have none of that because a jury of 12 New Yorkers, they wasn't from Ohio. The jury wasn't from Montana. The jury wasn't from Pennsylvania. The jury wasn't from Wyoming. The jury wasn't from Louisiana. They was from New York. It was 12 of them. And for 8 weeks, the prosecution cheated. They lied. The prosecution cheated. They lied. Hold up. Hello? Is this the Southern District of New York? You can't speak to Maureen Comey? Huh? She don't work there no more? What happened? She got fired. Wait a minute. The last time she was up here, she got fired? Didn't she win the trial? She lost the trial? What about Slavic? Slavic won the trial? She lost too? Foster, what about Foster? Did Foster win? Damn, she lost too. Smizer, Johnson, they didn't win? But what about the 2 supervisors in the back, the other prosecutors in the back? It was like 8, 9 of them. Didn't they win that trial? They lost that trial. Who they lose to? Puffy? Puff beat them at trial. Well, who was the jury? 12 New Yorkers was on the jury. 12 of them? Was they all black? They weren't all black. Was they all Latino? No. All Asian? All white? Oh, it was a mixture. Different ethnicities, different nationalities, different... And they set him free? Oh, man. All right. So none of them, y'all ain't letting them do no more trials. They can't do, Emily Foster can't do. They say Emily Foster tried to get Sean G kicked out the courtroom. Maureen Comey tried to get him kicked out the courtroom with the other black girl from CBS with the big bumps on her face. They can't do no more trials. Once they lost the trial. All right, well, maybe they can get a job with Tenny Garagos making copies or something like that. Maybe they can go make some copies. All right, later. Sorry about that, y'all. I had to take that call. 12 New Yorkers, citizens of New York, that went through the voir dire process, or voir dire, the way I like to say it. You don't tell me how to pronounce it. I say voir dire. That y'all picked, and you lost. The judge went, oh man, Judge Submarinian, man, you whack, man, you whack. You straight corny, man. You whack. You took acquitted conduct, violating Amendment 26, which went into effect November 1st, 2024. It's been in effect about 11 months and 3 days. And in that amendment, it clearly states that acquitted conduct cannot be considered when calculating the guideline range at sentencing. So why did you do that? Now, Judge Submarinian, I will be researching the necessary paperwork to file against you, to get you, to bring you before Congress and the Senate for corruption. A federal judge typically cannot be removed except for treason, high crimes and misdemeanors, and corruption. And your performance, your adjudication, your sentencing, and your performance throughout the trial shows that you weren't impartial. Corruption is all over this. You took a first offender, a defendant who has zero criminal history, on a Mann Act charge that the feds don't even prosecute unless it is a pimp, a brothel, right? There is a prostitution ring, sex trafficking charge, there's minors involved. None of this was the case. That's the only time the feds get involved in a Mann Act case. None of these things related to the first offender's case. You overreached that, you disregarded that. Then you went and grabbed acquitted conduct that the jury left over there. The jury left the acquitted conduct over there. You went and did this. Went and got the acquitted conduct, grabbed it, and then you brought the acquitted conduct back and used it and justified your enhancing a first offender 9 levels, from a level 14 to a level 22 or a level 23. You did an upward departure and an enhancement on a first offender. That shit is crazy. That is insane. That is so out of line with the norm, I can't even begin. And let me tell you something. The Southern District of New York has already shamed itself. It's been exposed. You see, this is why countries from around the world no longer respect the United States. Because the administrators of justice and government don't even follow the laws themselves. The very laws that are in the books, they don't even follow them themselves. And this is why nobody respects us. The whole world watched the Southern District of New York go from the perception of exceptional prosecution, elite level prosecution. The whole world saw the Southern District go from elite level lawyers, elite level prosecution to Dollar Tree law down here. Dollar Tree. The prosecutors, the judge, everybody, and the whole world saw it. The whole world saw it. China saw it. Russia saw it. India saw it. South America saw it. Africa saw it. Europe saw it. And this is why nobody respects us. True administration of justice, which is on the front part of this building, is the firmest pillar for good government. A federal judge, and Judge Submaranian, you were a clerk under Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Ruth Bader Ginsburg was the second woman appointed to the United States Supreme Court, the first Jewish person appointed to the United States Supreme Court. She was on the Supreme Court with Thurgood Marshall, foundational Black American, and Thurgood Marshall and Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Ruth Bader Ginsburg is from Brooklyn. Her sister died when she was 3 years old, and her mother died when she was in high school. Ruth Bader Ginsburg had a tough life. She had a tough life. Jimmy Carter appointed her to the D.C. Circuit Court of Appeals. She wanted this other job. Her and Thurgood Marshall wanted to be the Solicitor General or something, but back in the 70s, she knew that a woman nor a nigga would be able to get that kind of position. So instead, they appointed her to the District of Columbia Circuit Court of Appeals. Then she became a Supreme Court justice after Sarah Day O'Connor passed away. First Jewish person on the Supreme Court. Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Judge Submarinian, who you clerked under, was famous and known for dissenting. All other judges on the Supreme Court could say that it was this way. And Ruth Bader Ginsburg would be over here by herself. Like, nah, never that. I don't see it that way. I don't see it that way. I see it this way. You clerked under her. She had more masculinity than you did. Throughout this trial, Judge Submarinian, it was clear and evident that you were pressured by somebody else to make the moves you was making. You got all these big degrees. You went to Columbia, you from Pittsburgh, you got all of you clerked for Ruth Bader Ginsburg. You did all of this, but you not a man. You not a man amongst men where you can look at the law. You supposed to look at the law and administer the law the way you were sworn in as a judge to do. And I'm gonna go find the paperwork to file to get you removed. 1000%. 1000%. Because what you did throughout this whole trial, it was as if somebody plugged you into a wall, unplugged you and say, go say this, go say that. And then you went out there and did this. Whatever they told, see, a real man don't do that. A real man stand on his square. A real man stand on his square. A real man stand on his square. Real man stand on his square. And they say to the real man, yo, do this, do that. Real man, do that. Real man, jump over there. And the real man be like, nah, never that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that, and I ain't doing that. I'm standing right here on truth, on integrity. Integrity ain't never went out of style. Integrity ain't never went out of style. The Southern District of New York, and you let perjury, they put perjury in your face. And let me tell you this here, Judge Submarinian, all your colleagues, all the judges in the Eastern District of New York, Southern District of New York, New Jersey, they looking at what you did. They looking at what you did, and they may speak to you in the cafeteria. They may see you in the hallway and say, what's up? But in their mind, you know what they say? That nigga weak. He weak. You are, you're unfit. You are unfit, Judge Submarinian, to be a judge. You on a first offender. And these was his girlfriends. Cassie was his honey. Cassie was his honey for 11 years. After Cassie got married to my man, Cassie was still texting Puff. 2019, texting Puff. Puff texting her back. 2020, Cassie texting Puff. Puff texting her back. but she married to my man. Cassie names her first child Frankie, after Frank White, which was Bicky, and Puffy used Frank Black to check into the hotels for the freak-offs. (2019, 2020), while she married to my man, Puff still hitting it. Puff still hitting it. And she letting them hit it. Cassie letting them hit it. If Puffy was to call Cassie in 15 minutes and say, where you at? I'm coming to get you. Cassie say, if Puffy called in 15, Cassie, hello? Hey, baby, you coming to get me? All right, I'll call you back in 5 minutes. Man, Cassie would get somebody to come take care of them kids, and she wouldn't even wait the 5 minutes. She'll call Puffy back in 84 seconds, say, where you at? Come get me. Where we gonna meet at? Today, guaranteed, today. Cassie set up the freak-offs. Jane Doe set up the freak-offs. It was consensual. Judge Submarinian, how come, in your opinion, why didn't you ever mention the male escorts? Weren't they supposed to be the victims? But in your opinion, now all of a sudden, Cassie and Jane are the victims. Shit is crazy. 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 Hold up, y'all gotta make a phone call. Hold up, stay right there. Don't hang up. Hold up. I gotta make a phone call. Stay right there. Stay right there. Teach where y'all at? World Trade Center? Okay, call me when y'all ready. I'm in the neighborhood. Call me when y'all ready. I'm in the neighborhood. I'm right down the street. All right, later. That's my crew right there from Mississippi. The violence. Violence was a predicate offense under the RICO. The jury said, yo, poof, get out of here, violence. Shout out to Puff. Puff, get your chin off your chest. Get your chin off your chest. Stand tall. Stand tall. Get your chin off your chest. Let me show y'all how you supposed to look. Yo, Puff, just do your push-ups. Do your push-ups. Yo, Puff, get your chin off your chest. Stand tall. Stand tall. You beat the feds at trial. They lost. They cheated. You gonna be all right. No matter what prison compound they send you to, you didn't rap. Your paperwork is good. Soon as you get to whatever spot they gonna send you, the New York, New Jersey car gonna come, they gonna embrace you. You gonna be fine. Nobody gonna extort you. Nobody gonna do nothing to you because you didn't do you didn't do what Young Thug did. You didn't do what Gunna did. You didn't do what Woody did. You didn't do what Tekashi 6ix9ine did. You didn't do what Sammy the Bro Gravano did. Took down John Gotti. You gonna be all right. And Alexander Shapiro finna file an appeal. They gonna file an appeal. They gonna file an appeal. Guaranteed. Gonna file an appeal. Guaranteed. Shout out to Puff. Shout out to Puff. Puffy is a living legend. He the king of New York, king of hip hop. He got jerked. Judge Submarinian jerked Puffy. He jerked him. He jerked him. Jerked him. First offender on a punk ass Mann Act charge with his girlfriends. Never had sex with the escorts, with the alleged prostitutes. First offender gets enhanced 8-9 levels, upward departure on a criminal history category of 0. That shit is crazy. Shout out to Puff. Shout out to Puff. Don't never stop. Don't never stop. I got the transcript joint. I got the transcript joint. I got to read that. I had interviews lined up with Nicole Westmoreland, and I had interviews lined up with Alexander Shapiro, but I don't know if they gonna be willing to do it now because they pissed off, because they got jerked too. Alexander Shapiro got jerked, Nicole Westmoreland got jerked, Tini got jerked, Anna got jerked, Xavier got jerked, Mark Agnifilo got jerked, Brian Steele, they got jerked. Jason Driscoll. The citizens of New York got jerked. The jury got jerked. The Constitution got jerked. The sentencing guidelines got jerked. Puffy got jerked. Puffy's kids got jerked. Puffy's mother got jerked. Everybody got jerked. Everybody got jerked. Sean G got jerked. You got jerked. Maria, we all got jerked. This was a miscarriage of justice. And a lot of y'all, this is how fake y'all are. Let me see who I'm talking to. How many of y'all in here? 768. All of y'all fake. You got fake profiles, fake lives, fake profile names. This is how corny you are. And this is why I don't like y'all. I do not like the human being. I do not like people. I hate people. I hate the human being. It's okay to circumvent the law. It's okay to turn your back to the truth. It's okay to shun integrity, to convict somebody that you have a personal dislike for, that's okay. Fuck the law. Send that nigga to jail forever. Because I hate him. But you, your fake ass, if you run a red light and the light is yellow and you go through the light and the cop pull you over and give you a $60 ticket, you go to court and you argue that the light was yellow. You want the law to be upheld for you in the most trivial sense, but the Constitution, you say fuck the Constitution for somebody else. That's why I hate you. Don't like people. Don't like the human being. Y'all corny, y'all fake. I don't like none of y'all. It's okay for the law to be bent. It's okay for us to turn our back on principles. It's okay for us to compromise our values. It's okay for us to obfuscate and inveigle the law. It's okay to violate the Constitution for somebody that we don't like, we ain't never met, that we got information from mainstream media and social media, even though the facts and the jury proved otherwise. Still, break the law. Hang that nigga. That's crazy. It's crazy. That's crazy. But for you, when you gotta be to work at 9 o'clock and you show up at 9:02 and your supervisor writes you up, you ready to call the NAACP, EEOC, your lawyer, oh, they wrote me up. I was only 2 minutes late. That's why I don't like y'all, man. That's why I hate y'all. That's why I be by myself. That's why I be by myself. That's why I be by myself. I be by myself. Shout out to everybody that gave me super chat, man. Thank you. We ain't quitting. We ain't giving up. We appealing, man. We appealing. Appeal locked in. The appeal locked in. And I'm finna go and get on the paperwork to file against Judge Submaranian to have him brought before a review board to review his decision, to review his opinion. Hey, Noah Tannenbaum. Noah Tannenbaum. Check short. See, what y'all gotta understand is this. I'm old school. I'm 56 years old. I'm from the New York 1982. Before Run DMC. Before LL. I'm from the B-boy era. I'm not from this New York. These niggas copy off of Los Angeles, they copy off of Atlanta, they copy off of Florida. Never that. The whole world copied off of us in 80s. Noah Tannenbaum, check me out. Get this shit. Get this shit. The B-boy stance right here. Or you can do that joint like this. Do that joint like that. Then when you was taking pictures on the Polaroid, when the picture came right out in the Polaroid, go click, you be like this. See, that was back in the day. That was back in the day when New York was New York. 90s New York. How the hell 90s gonna be better than us? And we gave birth to y'all. Get out of here. If it don't be for us, it don't be none of that. Don't be none of that. That Fed, look. See, and you gotta work out every day. And you gotta work out every day. I appeal on y'all. Hey, Dennis Byron, look at my man Dennis. Yo, Dennis, what's up? Y'all make sure you go follow my man Dennis Byron. I appeal on y'all, man. Say I won't peel on y'all. I appeal on y'all, man. $50 month sentence, 50 push-ups for Puff. 50 month sentence, 50 push-ups for Puff. We got that. 50 month sentence, 50 push-ups for Puff. Ten. 10. 10. 10. Little 50 clip, man. Something like to keep it right. Free Puff. Peace.